What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be showing you 5 great ways to make gold during the lower levels in New World. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that I plan on making a ton of videos for New World. So if this video helps you, please consider subscribing to this channel, as I'm sure my future New World videos will help you as well. Also, I have a guide for almost all of the items mentioned in this video, so if you need a little help tracking down some of these resources, head over to my channel and you should find the videos you need there. So let's get right into it. Number 1 on this list is iron ore. You can gather iron ore really early on in New World. It can be found all over the starting and lower level zones, and anyone can get it regardless of their mining skill because it requires mining level 0 to harvest. And what makes iron such a good gold maker is that it is used to level up the weapon and armor smithing skills to create some of the best gear in the game. So players who have avoided these skills early on will now need to go back and get iron to level up those skills to get the best gear. But by now, most players already have a decent amount of gold saved up, and they would much rather just outright buy the iron ore to save time, as it would take a while to collect the insane amounts of ores they would need to reach level 200 in those skills. You could also smelt that iron ore into iron ingots, which could sell for a little bit of a higher price. Or if you burn a bunch of wood to make charcoal, you could turn those iron ingots into steel ingots, which will be worth a lot more. Just because steel ingots are used to make star metal ingots, which is another high level crafting resource that players will need. Next up on this list we have Rawhide. And again, this is a resource that anyone can get, and it's useful to players trying to level up their leatherworking and armoring skills. Rawhide requires level 0 in the skinning and tracking skill to harvest, and it can be collected by skinning the bodies of the animals you kill while you are questing. So you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. You can collect rawhide to sell while you are leveling up, which is a pretty good use of your time. Next, we have another gold farm that you can do while you are questing, and that is food items and supply cache resources. While you are questing in New World, you will come across a ton of farm locations. These locations will have different types of food like potatoes and carrots. These farms will also have little supply boxes scattered around that will give you a handful of resources like sandpaper and tannin, which could be worth a decent amount. Or they will have provision boxes that will have rare food items in them, like garlic, which can sell for a stupidly high price. All of these items can be extremely valuable to other players who want to level up their cooking skill to make high level endgame food to boost their stats. And more than likely you won't be needing any of these food items right away, so you could just sell them off and come back for them when you need them, because these supply boxes and harvestable food crops will respawn very quickly, so they will always be there for you to come back and get. You could also sell off all the meat you get while you are gathering rawhide, as meats sell for a very high price too. Next up on this list we have Uncut Gems. Now at a lower level you will only really find flawed Uncut Gems, which aren't worth as much as other gems, but they are still worth a pretty good amount of gold. You can gather up these flawed Uncut Gems by mining precious metals like silver, which requires level 10 in the mining skill to harvest, which is very easy to get to. And then you can also sell off all of that silver ore. These gems and precious metals are needed by higher level players to level up their jewel crafting and stone cutting skills, to make tuning orbs to get into endgame dungeons, and to make high level jewelry. And finally on this list we have fish fillets and fish oil. To get these resources, all you need to do is fish, so it's a very simple gold farm. You just need to grab a fishing pole and some bait, then head over to any body of water and collect as many fish as possible. Then you just salvage those fish to make fish fillets and fish oil. Again, these are going to be needed by players who want to level up their cooking skill, but they are also very common resources needed to complete town projects. So people who are trying to level up very quickly will definitely need them. You could also just sell the whole unsalvaged fish, as I have sold large salmon for up to 70 gold each. And that's pretty much it. Now these aren't the only gold farms in New World. These are just a few of the gold farms that I used early on to make a bunch of gold before I reached level 30. But everything in this game has a value, and players are willing to spend large amounts of gold to save time. So you could just head over to the market in any town and do a little research to see what is selling for the most. You would not believe the amount that players are willing to spend on stupid items like flint, water, or greenwood, which are all insanely easy resources to get. But anyways, I will be making other gold farming videos for New World, so if this video helped you, please consider subscribing to this channel, and thank you for watching.